Hey everyone, Sirturmund here, and today I'm bringing you all something special. Apparently, Riot decided that it was a good idea to reveal all the new cards for the new expansion all in a single day. And right now it's about it's 12 o'clock Eastern time, and I believe they usually release the cards right now. So we're gonna check them out for the very first time. I haven't actually seen them at all. I haven't seen them at all, so you're gonna get my raw reactions to each of the new cards that we're gonna get in the expansion. So right away, we're here on Twitter. If you don't know, I do have a Twitter. Make sure to follow. I think we're very close to 1,000 followers, so appreciate it. And let's look up Play Runeterra. And okay, that's 3 minutes ago. 3 minutes ago, we're in there. Okay. Let's see. I honestly haven't looked at this at all. I'm recording this right now at like 12:15. So you all are gonna be with me. Sorry if this is a little bit scuffed. It's the first time I kind of do this. Let me actually scroll this a little bit here and then go from this. So the first tweet: Light shall fear the Darkin Blade. Submit to the Legends of Runeterra World Ender Anthem. Predator. One Ender remix by Pentakill. Okay. At Riot, no esports celebration is complete without a world-ending world anthem to go with it. Tune in to the Legends of Runeterra World Championship on December 8th. So let's go on YouTube and check this out. Okay. I don't know what I try. Okay, I don't know if this music is actually copyright friendly, so let's skip it. There's nothing here. All you see is our three champions. We have Aatrox, we have Ryze, and you have a little bit of Kale here. So this is gonna be our three champions in the new expansion. And then it looks like we have some other Darkin here, as we knew. Alright, so they released a new song with Pentakill, with the expansion. That's awesome. If you're into metal, this type of music, that's awesome. But we're all here not for this. We're here for the cards. And the most recent tweet 4 minutes ago: let's nothing stop you, not even the end of the world. New cards and combos are coming to the Darkin Saga finale World Ender on December 7th. See them all in the card guide. Okay, so now we go to Mobalytics, where we get to see all the new cards. Oh, they're not loading for me yet. Come on. Oh, come on, Mobalytics. Am I gonna have to go like the small ones here because they're not loaded? They actually released all the cards today. I can't believe this. What we're gonna do is like let's do like let's open 5 at a time, right? I guess we gotta actually, yeah, so we already opened the Darkin Stars. Okay, so we can only open like 4 at a time. And let's go here. Okay, so we stopped at a champion strength. Let's go 1 at a time. It's gonna be scuffed as heck. So thank you for sticking with me, and let's kind of look at my reactions to this reveal. So first, we get a Bando City card, 4 mana, Puzzling Signpost. It's a 4 mana fast spell. Return a fast or slow spell to hand, or destroy a unit's equipment. Draw 1. Return a fast or slow spell to hand. So this is like a deny, right? Because if you're returning the spell to hand, it means that you're denying, like resolving. So this is like a Bando City deny, except that it doesn't stop skills, right? Compared to deny can stop skills. This stops fast and slow speed spells only, but it has the benefit that if you're in a match where you don't need to use deny, you can just destroy a unit's equipment and draw 1. Wait, is the draw 1 separate from the destroy a unit's equipment? Like, do you always draw 1 even if you use this as a deny? Because look, there's a period after the equipment and then it says draw 1. Okay, this is actually kind of crazy. Even if the draw is only tied to the equipment, I think the fact that Bando City gets a pretty much a deny is kind of cool. Like, this is a way for you to stop like a Feel the Rush, right? Like, think about it. For 4 mana, now you have another region, not only Shurima, not only Ionia, but now Bando City that can actually stop. Now, the problem is that the opponent still keeps the spell in their hand, because it just returns the spell back to the hand, so they can actually replay right after, but it still spends that 12 mana, so you're still positive 8 mana. So it feels really nice. This is actually very cool. It's a little bit weaker than a deny because if the spell goes back into the opponent's hand and the opponent has enough mana, they can just replay it again. So that's why I'm thinking that the draw is actually regardless of which one you do, right? Which is pretty cool. The only thing you gotta watch out for is that the spell still resolves. Obviously, like something like Astral still will hit you for 2, right? Even if you return the spell to your hand, but it happens to the okay. So this is a very cool card. I like it. I think it's gonna be as good as like Riot Negation. I guess Riot Negation is very good because you can negate like everything. But this one is giving you a draw while still letting you deny a card. I think it's good. I think it's decent. Let's see the next one. It's a 2-mana Bandle City Burst Speed spell. Porous Stories. Create 3 random 1-cost Porous in your hand. Okay, but this is in Bandle City. It's not in Freljord. So then you're gonna have to like play Bandle City plus Freljord to be able to have like Porous Snack available to make this Porous actually be strong. I don't think I like this card. I don't think I like this card. I don't think this card is gonna be that good. Maybe I'm something that I'm not thinking about. That's the thing about my first reactions, that there might be things that I'm missing. Then we go to Curious Changelings. It's a Bandle City 3-mana unit, which is when an ally follower transforms into another unit, transform me into an exact copy of it. When an ally follower transforms into another unit. This is actually interesting. Okay, obviously it's only limited to followers because champion level ups cannot transform. Obviously, Riot doesn't want you to cheat our champion with this. But there are some that could be interesting with this, right? Like think about the NAR package. Think about the NAR package and having this 3-mana Changeling transform into one of those transform cards, which the names are all escaping me right now. But that's the first thing I'm thinking of. This kind of seems to fit with the NAR package and those transform cards that you see from there. There might be other transform units that I'm not thinking of that this could also work with. But those are probably the strongest one I can think of right now from the top of my head. So this doesn't seem bad. This doesn't seem bad at all. Yeah, this could be interesting and could create some funny meme decks, to be honest. Then we have a Darkin, and obviously there's going to be an equipment associated with this, which I think is going to be the next image. But the Bow Cuts is a Bandle City Darkin, 8 mana with impact, 7/9 stat line. The stat line is nice. The impact keyword kind of sucks. When you spend spell mana, grant me impact for every spell mana you what? Okay. Okay. The bad thing here, does this count even if you This only works when Balcuts is on the field, right? This doesn't work before it comes. It's not like Ibaros, right? Ibaros comes down with the stats based on all the cards you have drawn this game. I don't think this is the same thing here. I think this one only works. I think this one only works once it's on the field. So it makes it a little bit weaker because you're gonna have to spend 8 mana to summon Balcuts, and then at turn 8, turn 9, you have to spend spell mana to give this extra impact. I don't think this is good enough. Even though it has a pretty good stat line. Don't know how I feel about it. So yeah, I mean, it's fine. Then we have the equipment actually. So the Darkin Staff is impact, is 1 mana, 0/0, so it has no stats. Strike, refill 1 spell mana. You may pay, man. Okay. Something tells me that Balcuts actually does stack up, even without it being on the field, but I don't know. I don't know if that's true. I feel like it needs to be on the field. We have to see. I will have to look at the wording a little bit more after this video. But the fact that you're getting like spell mana from this, is this good enough? Just for impact, you get no stats. You only get impact, but you get to refill 1 spell mana, but only when you get to strike. I don't think this is good enough. I don't think this is good enough to actually make this card playable. So this might be one of the worst equipments we have seen, in my opinion. But maybe there's something that I'm missing. So comment below if you think there's something I'm missing. Then we go to Willy Newfish. It's a 3 mana Bilgewater, another Bilgewater elusive unit. 3 mana elusive, nets to strike, draw 1 and give a fleeting. Wait, this is so good. Wait, this is actually kind of good in my opinion. This is pretty good. Because remember, Twisted Fate is in this region. The fleeting could be a little bit annoying, but like if you have enough cheap units or cheap spells, I mean, it does need to strike. It needs to be nets to strike, not just strike. So it is very easy to counter. I still think this is gonna be decent. This is a decent unit and might see some play in certain archetypes. So we'll have to see how it ends up going. Then we have support card for Ilaoi, what it looks like. It's a 2 mana equipment, 0/0, Eye of God. Attack, spawn 2. Okay, this is good. This is a very good equipment. I think this is a very good equipment because it doesn't require you to strike, right? As soon as you attack, you're already spawning 2. So imagine having this on Ilaoi, or I guess, you know, like, not even an Ilaoi, like even another tentacle, right? Every time you attack with it, you're spawning 2. While also enabling a lot of your other equipment cards, because this is a 2 mana equipment. I think it's decent. Obviously, it's only when you attack, so maybe it's not going to be as strong as I think it is. I think there could be something to be found here. I like this. It's not bad. It's not bad. 8 mana spell from Demacia. Champion Strength. So we have Galio, Lutz, Garen, and Jarvan all in this image, right? I can't zoom in that much. Slow speed. Give allies +4/+4 this round. If you have the attack token, give them scout this round. Otherwise, you rally. So this is a finishing spell. So this is... It's slow, right? It's slow. It is a slow speed spell that costs 8, but you're giving everything +4/+4, right? For Demacia, think about For Demacia. For Demacia is a 6 mana spell that gives +3/+3. So for 2 more mana, you're giving everything another additional power and health, but you're able to rally if you're not in your attack turn, or you're able to give everything scout if you have the attack token. So you're able to attack twice, or you're able to attack once if it's your defensive turn. This is not bad. I think it's one of those cards that is good if there's a way to create it, right? If there was a way to create this, obviously you could play like Demacia plus PNC and have like Ferris Fiend and Seer create this. I think this is a card that's really good when created, but not good enough to main deck because of how expensive it is. And obviously it requires you to have a pretty wide board as well. Maybe it's good enough to main deck in like a Bandle City Demacia deck where you just play a bunch of like Owlcats that have Spell Shield. But obviously it's very weak to like Deny, so it's also going to be meta dependent, and you have Deny, now you have the Bandle City Deny that we talked about that could punish this too. It's interesting, but I think it's going to be a little bit of a meme tier card. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it seems very meme tier. Okay, so that gets us all the way to Champion Strength. Let's actually jump to our first champion reveal. We're like over 40 minutes in and we haven't talked about champion. I'm sorry, Joel. I talk way too much. I talk way too much. So this is gonna be all the spells from Ryze. And we're gonna just talk about Ryze before we go anywhere else. Are these shards related? Yes, they are. These are the war runes. So let's open up all the related packages from Ryze and kind of go from there. And then we'll go right into H-Charts. Okay, so the rest of the cards might just be champions and they're supporting cards, right? So let's finally get to the champions here. Let's start with the origin here. So I want to start with the origin and kind of work our way backwards. The Rune Mage. You may put any non-targeted, that's key, non-targeted burst and focus spells into your deck during deck building. At the start of the game, create 2 Delve into the Past in your deck for each Ryze that's static in your deck. So if you have 3 Ryze in your deck, you're going to be creating 6 Delve into the Past. All right. There's multiple parts here. This is the type of origin that's kind of like Jin. It's the type of origin that players have been asking about. Stop giving us cultists, stop giving us weapon masters, stop giving us, like very restricted Runeterra champions. We want to have something that allows me to quote unquote deck build with anything from the game. This lets you do that. It's limited to burst and focus speed. So while Gen is limited to units with skills, this is limited to spells that are burst and focus, and that are also non-targeted. So it has to be non-target and it has to be burst and focus. Non-targeted burst of. Am I gonna do this? Am I gonna do this now? I think I'm definitely gonna do this now. I think we need to understand how we can deck build Ryze before we can reliably speak about him, right? So we have spell. I trust Runeterra to have the new cards, right? So Blaze of the Fallen. We have all the Tailstones. We have Advanced Sentinel, Bloodbait, catch targets. Never mind. Fast tank targets. Desolation. Crackling Ice does target as well. Yeah, so you have all the Tailstones. You have all the Tailstones, which is huge. And let me actually move my camera a little bit so you all can see better. You have all the Tailstones, which is huge. You have Face Sprout, not bad. Momentous Choice targets, Mushroom Cloud, Tailstone. The Tailstones, I think, is going to be the biggest winners of this, right? You're literally going to be able to play any Tailstones with Ryze, and that feels really, really good. Ransom Riches, not bad. Scrying targets. Oh man, these Tailstones feel really nice. Stoneweaver, Tempting Prospect. Will be decent, depending on the deck that you want him in. Wuyu style targets. Trinket Tray, not bad. Behold the Infinite, technically. Oh man. Celestial Blessing is a new card we haven't seen. Garen Allen play. Okay, we'll talk about it in a little bit. In core, we just saw that. You can play in tree. You can play in tree. You could play a solo. Okay, we haven't seen what Ryze does yet. Again, we're kind of trying to understand his deck building restriction first. But you could play in tree with Ryze. Meaning that if you play solo Ryze, you could just draw Ryze within tree. And we have seen how powerful that can be. Field Promotion is not bad either. Guiding Touch for extra healing and draw. I'm trying to see. Pearl Cascade target, so that doesn't count. Trying to see which ones look really good here. Drummond, Share Spoils. Oh, there's so many cards. There's so many cards, actually. There's a lot more than I expected to allow us to build with Ryze. Obviously, we're not filtering by non-targetable cards. But there's a lot of good stuff that you could technically do here. Time Trick is really good as well. Time Trick is really good. Time Trick is really good. Curse of the Tomb targets, so that doesn't count. The bad thing is that you cannot, so they restricted it to non-targetable cards so that you cannot play Flash Freeze. But we can play Unforgiving Cold. We can still play Unforgiving Cold because Unforgiving Cold doesn't target. So we still have access to like freezes with Ryze. That's nuts, actually. That's actually nuts. Formal Limitation. Kells. Oh, this is actually so good. Porous Snacks. Technically. This is going to be so good. Stuck in Shadows. If you wanted to, Unravel Earth. Don't see a world where you play that, though. Again, we don't know what Ryze does, so maybe. Joro Portal. Oh my goodness. I'm between Intrigue and Unforgiving Cold. I'm actually really so excited here. I'm so excited here. Parts Made Whole. We're going to ignore the new card, so we don't know about yet. Salvage, technically. This all target. You can play an Ending Wave, right? You can play an Ending Wave for some draw, and you can play Unforgiving Cold as well for the freeze, like I talked about. So both of these are pretty good. You can play Whisper Words, so you have a lot of draw with this deck. You can play Catalyst for ramp if you need to. Catalyst for ramp seems really good. Catalyst for ramp seems really Deep Meditation, Drum Solo, Ionaka Boros. Yo, Ryze has the best draw engine in the game. You can literally play Whisper Words, Anakabora's Jump. So, like, you have your choice of all the draw. Oh my gosh. Cannot play Harsh Winds. Unfortunately. Portapalooza 2. Star Shaping. What? Oh, I like that this still shows up on the burst, by the way. That's funny. Trifecta. Hidden Pathways. Minimum target, so we can't play that. Sense of Time. Shaman Skull. Sun Spinner. Progress Day. And what's the other one? Oh my goodness. I really don't care, but Ryze already sounds amazing. There shouldn't be that many focus speed, right? Heaven's Align, Many Possibilities, Allure, Payday, Rite of Passage, Time in a Bottle, Bagel Dust could be decent, Spirit Portal, Stick Anomaly. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the focus are not as okay. This is busted. This is already, I can already tell you this is busted. We don't even know what the second part is. Delve into the past. You create two. Okay, let's actually look at Ryze now. I already spent like 10 minutes and I haven't even actually talked about Ryze. Wow. Wow. Where do we start? Where do we start? We gotta start with Ryze himself, right? 4 mana, Origin the Runes Mage, which is what we saw over there. When I'm summon or round start, it's a 4 mana 3/5. When I summon or round start, create 2 Delve into the Past into your deck. So you're creating a lot of Delve into the Past in your deck. Between what you create in the beginning with the Origin, remember the Origin can create already up to 6. And then Ryze himself is creating 2 when he gets summoned and 2 every turn. I see 3 unique World Wounds play. Okay, so he has to see 3 unique World Wounds play. Okay, and the level up, once he levels up, he gains Spell Shield. He gains Spell Shield when he levels up. Create 2. Okay, so the round stays the same. Attack, activate all your World Wounds. If you have 5 unique World Wounds, destroy the enemy Nexus. We have an alternate win condition. We have an alternate win condition. Oh no. Oh no. Activate all your World Runes. If you have 5 unique World Runes, destroy the enemy Nexus. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, we need to see what the World Runes do first. I'm guessing it's this 5 cards here. Okay, so first of all, the Delve into the Past is what gets created, right? So the Delve into the Past. Delve into the Past is a 2 mana spell. Delve into the Past is a 2 mana spell, burst speed. Choose one of 2 World Runes you don't have in play or in your hand and create it in hand. If you can't, draw 1. So what this means is that if you already have one in play or you already have one in your hand, you don't get to duplicate it. So this is EXODIA. This is literally EXODIA. This is literally EXODIA from Yu-Gi-Oh! You're creating these 5 cards in your hand. Eventually you have to play them. And then you attack with Ryze and you win the game. And Ryze is gonna have Spell Shield on his level up form. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to probably split this video into multiple videos. This is nuts. This is nuts. This is actually nuts. Choose 1 or 2 World Runes you don't have in play or in your hand and create it in your hand if you can't draw 1. So even if you already have all the World Runes in your hand, you get to draw 1. Okay, so we know what this does now. And we can go ahead and jump to the World Runes. So it's 5 of them total. The first, and they're 2 mana landmarks. They're 2 mana landmarks. By the way, Ryze, if you have 5 unique World Runes, do they have to be on the field? Do they have to be in the field? I guess so, right? I guess they have to be in the field. I guess they have to be on the field, right? So you have to have 5 landmarks on the field plus Ryze to finish the game. Chart of Betrayal, 2-mana landmark. When I'm played, if I'm unique, so if it's the first one, or the one in your field, activate all your other war wounds. When I'm played or activated, deal 2 to the weakest enemy. So this is a skill. So when you play this right away, you're dealing 2 to the enemy, to the weakest enemy. And then if it gets activated again, it keeps doing it. And if you don't have any other wounds, it gets to trigger again. Okay, all of them have the same effect where they activate all of the war wounds, right? So all of them activate all the war wounds. So this one deals 2. This one, when I'm player activated, heal ally Ryze and your Nexus too. So this one heals Ryze and the Nexus. When I'm player activated, create Rune Prison in hand, or if you have one, reduces cost by 1, and Rune Prison is the 2-mana spell. Why do I have it copied twice? Why do I have Rune Prison copied twice? Do they also have it twice here? Oh no, I just had it twice by mistake, I guess. Yeah, I just had it twice by mistake. So Rune Prison does stun an attacking enemy, and it's fast. So it's kind of like the 2-mana stun from Yasuo, right? It's like the 2-mana stun from Yasuo. All right, that's straightforward. When I'm play, Shard Reverence. When I play, if I'm unique, when I'm player activated, refill 2 spell mana. Okay. When I'm player activated, draw 1. So you have draw, you have spell mana, you have stun here, you have heal, and you have deal 2. So the war wounds are, when they get activated, they don't have like super powerful effects, but when they get activated, they're just slowing down the game enough for you to potentially get to that Ryze alternate win condition and just win the game on the spot. So they feel very decent. They feel decent. They feel okay. And then let's continue here with the Ryze spell. Round warp, draw 3, discard any followers drawn. So this is like another draw engine. I'm telling you, Ryze with draw seems nuts. And you have access to every draw in the game. Every good draw in the game. Anakaboros, Whisper Words, even Portapalooza. Like, TF Ryze, guys? TF Ryze? Before TF gets rotated? Seems pretty nuts here. Wow, this card. Oh, wow. You know what I want to see? I want to see World's Champion win with Ryze. Whoever wins Worlds needs to win with Ryze. I just want to see this happen. Wow. Okay, so this draws 3. You lose any followers, but if you get just landmarks, then you get a lot of value. Cool. And then the other spell is Overlord. All right, that's the skill from the landmark. All right. Now we have read everything. What do we think? Well, the way I see this is very good. It's very good. However, it's hard to pull off. The way that this is written makes me think that you need to have all 5 war wounds on the field. So they're taking board space. They're taking your board space, right? You have to have all of them, and you have to also attack with Ryze. So you lose to like landmark removal. I guess you get to create another one, right? You get a lot of delve into the past in your hand. Which might make it okay. And each time you play a war rune, the rest get triggered again, right? As long as it's a unique one. So it doesn't seem bad. Wow. Oh, this is so exciting. I think because of the Ryze origin, where you have access to every single burst speed card that doesn't target, we already went through the list. You have a lot of draw, you have a lot of healing. I'm pretty confident that this card is actually going to be good. Like competitive good. I think there's going to be decks that can make Ryze work. I'm thinking what I want to do, right? What would be the second region? You could go Ryze Bilgewater and just play for the TF level up because you have a lot of draw as well. You have both TF and Ryze, which do a lot of draw and you get a lot more draw cards. I don't think Bilgewater is getting you anywhere though, in terms of protecting you to get to the landmark win condition. You could play Ionia and have access to a deny, or Shurima and have access to deny, as well as have access to spell shield, right? With the landmark, with the unit that gives all your landmark spell shield, to actually keep your landmark alive, or deny to save your landmark and your units against Cold Shirt for landmark removal. That seems better to me, going that route. You have access to Entreat anyway, so you don't need a second champion. You could just play Entreat with Ryze and just play Ryze, Entreat, and just any other region. And I'm thinking you want something more control. You want something that would allow you to stall out the game. Kobe Shadow Isles to access to Vengeance and just control the game. This is so good. This is so good and so fun. I'm in love. I'm in love with Ryze. I love alternate win conditions. You all know me from playing TK Raka and Bando Tree and stuff like that. And this is no different than that. Heck, it's even Llama related. Sign me up, Riot. You have found yourself a winner. Wow. Wow. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Hey everyone, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed my reaction to Ryze today. We are going to split the video into 3 parts because the video ended up being super long by itself, and I put a poll out in my channel, and some of you all prefer for me to actually do the same thing, split it up into 3 videos instead of just doing one long 2-hour cut, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So thank you for you all for watching today on this Ryze reveal, and come back in about 8 hours or so, 8 to 10 hours, where we're going to come back with the Aatrox reveal next. See you all in a little bit.